I don't know about yours, but my YouTube algorithm has been just all over the place. I mean, I'll just put it right here, right now, and you could see what the hell I'm talking about. I mean, we'll just get right into it now. Hello, and welcome to another episode of Early Morning Podcast. It is episode 69. Grab a J, grab a brew, grab whatever it is you do, and try to kick back and enjoy another episode of the podcast. As you know, we're on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, Anchor, all that. But most important, I would say, is we're on YouTube with visual and audio. So I recommend coming on over here to YouTube if you're not on another platform. But stay where you are if you're comfortable there, dude. I'm not gonna force you to do anything. It is 12:10 p.m. August 23rd. A little bit not too early, but midday, whatever. I can finally talk about the job I was working. I just kept it low key saying security because it was security, but I didn't want to say where or whatever because it was just a short term job and whatnot. But I worked security at the OC Fair, and it was an interesting time. I've mentioned before on previous episodes some of the stuff we dealt with, and some things that occurred. Some of it was very annoying. Some of it was, man, like where I had to keep my mouth shut and not say what I wanted to because it could get me fired or potentially ensue a violent altercation that could lead to a lawsuit, all kinds of stuff, just be over the simplest things like moving 1 foot over just to prevent a fire hazard. But that's all in the past now. But I just wanted to say, yeah, that's what we were up to. That's what Kev, who's been on a couple times, who's gonna be probably a guest pretty soon. um he worked out with me and whatnot. um you know I if you saw in the intro what was in my YouTube algorithm, one of my favorite podcasts right now is You Might Be Drunk. That's what it's called. Or We Might Be Drunk, rather. I'm sorry. You might be drunk as well, but the the podcast is We Might Be Drunk, and it's with two comics, Sam Morrill and Mark Norman, two guys from New York, hilarious cats. And it's a relatively new podcast, and I was listening to it earlier, and dude, they have a new cocktail or whatever every episode, and just kind of get hammered and excuse me, talk about stuff and whatever. You know what a podcast is, but they just drink throughout their podcast. Now they got a bartender who just makes them drinks, which is sick. So, in honor of that, and in honor of my YouTube algorithm, and in honor of being the 69th episode and me finishing my summer job, being a security guard, which, like I said, was quite an experience. We're going to be having a little bev on this episode, so feel free, like I said, grab a brew, grab, whatever it is you do. Even if it's a foil tin of, H, I hope you're not doing that, but if it is, cheers. But yeah, man, it's nice to have summer. Um, I mean, not like I didn't have summer, but I was working a lot. Working like 40 hours a week or more sometimes, whatever. So I'm getting the back end of summer, and I'm not mad about it. Um, I'm doing a mic tonight in preparation, dude. Shout out! I got a show, dude. Real quick, wanted to plug. I got booked for another show at Flappers this Thursday, August 29th, I believe. Or let me double check. It's at 10 p.m. Flappers Comedy Club in Burbank. Um, is the 26th. I'm sorry. 10 p.m. Dude, Thirsty Thursday show. Killer lineup. For sure. Like, dude, if you're in SoCal, if you're in LA, Orange County area, come check it out, man. I appreciate, any support. But yeah, I wanted to really quickly plug that. Sorry. But yeah, dude, real quick, also wanted to say, I was on, I forgot what it was, dude. Cause I was watching some show and they mentioned MySpace, and I remembered like the top 10. You know how you had your top 10 friends or whatever, and that was like the shit when you were 13 or whatever. Picking your top 10 or top 8, whatever. And it reminded me of like people. I don't know how. It reminded me of people now that have social media, whatever it may be, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, what I don't even know what else is out. I mean, besides OnlyFans, which is becoming like social media, I guess. Venmo is even social media, which is crazy because that's a transaction app for money. Like, what you can do? Like, whoa, that's insane. Snapchat. Anyway, it's hilarious to me how some people use, and also creepy, they keep a profile picture from like 15 years ago, like when they first got the app. It's like, oh, like, yeah, I'm gonna keep it from 2011 or 2012, and right now we're in 2021. I'm gonna keep the same photo from when I was in middle school, and now I'm an adult. I have bills and everything, and I'm gonna be just using the same profile picture as when I was smoking weed out of monster cans, behind a church. Like, oh, what, dude? I think you moved on? I mean, hopefully you've moved on. Hopefully you have, and you want to. But it's just funny, people that represent themselves like that. That's interesting, at least. I mean, we always talk about the people that are very, not we, but I do. I mean, I hope you mean if you're listening or whatever, watching, like I said, on YouTube or whatnot, you're having a conversation back with me. I hope that's what it feels like. But yeah, dude, you always hear how I just dump on people who have that like super political name, on whatever, again, social media platform it may be. They're just repping their set hard, which, like, again, recently I came to this mind-boggling, realization. How basically, Republicans and Democrats with all that, again, we stay away from the political stuff on this podcast, but literally just gangs, man, basically, like how I was saying, the blue shirt, and I know this is a obvious subject people have said before, but the blue stripe on the the what's it called, the American flag shirts that people wear, that like they're supposed to support police and all that. Like, I get it, whatever, it's supposed to be a positive thing, but it just also like it's like a clicked up thing. Like, you gotta be part, not just anybody could wear that or whatever. I don't know. Literally like Crips, man. It's like the Crips, and then people that are like defund the police or whatever, that are, again, like, that are just have beef with cops or whatever, like Bloods, whatever. They just don't care for them. I don't know. It's just, I don't even know why I was mentioning that, but I don't know. I just noticed that at the fair and stuff. Like, of course, how I said, people just dress the fuck up politically and want to rep their clique. Like I said, hard as fuck, man. And if you want to rep a clique, dude, rep this clique, man. EMP, man. Rep EMP, man. You can support me on TikTok. That's been growing, like I said, like hugely. So if you came here from TikTok, I graciously thank you. If you came from anywhere, man, I thank you, man, as a listener. But Yeah, we're on TikTok at Early Morning Pod. My Instagram is VIK_EMP. Our email is business at theearlymorningpodcast.com. So, yeah, man, like I always say, I'm free to hear opinions, thoughts, hatred, love, ideas, anything, man. Whether you want to comment or whether you want to email or like DM me on Insta, dude, do it, man. I don't care. And real quick, I did want to do a shoe cam, but my shoes didn't come yet, dude. I got some heat on the way. I will let you know, man. I got some heat on the way, and as soon as it comes, and we do an episode, I'll have them on, man. I'll have them on. I'm gonna be wearing them for the show Thursday again at Flappers in Burbank at 10 p.m. Thirsty Thursday show. I'll be wearing them there. They'll be my stage kicks for that night. But yeah, dude. Since I used to talk about going fishing and doing a lot of outdoor stuff, on the pod, and especially last summer. Last summer I was like fishing like almost every other day or 2-3 times a week, whatever. Maybe it seemed like that. I don't know, but I felt like I was talking about it a lot on EMP. And yeah, I finally went fishing again. After again I'd been working like crazy recently, and I finally went fishing the other day, and man, it was such a good time. I went with my boy Haka, who may be listening. Shout out, bro. And yeah, man, we went, and I'll post a picture right now of a carp I caught. Probably my biggest carp I've ever caught. A lot of people hate on carp. They're invasive species. I understand, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Dude, what am I going to do, man? I'm just going fishing for fun, dude. So, yeah, I'm just saying, it was good, dude. I went to the range the other day, too, for the first time in months. Hadn't been in a while. Had a great time. I thought my shot was going to be terrible. It really wasn't that bad. I was all right. Had a good time there. I don't know, man. It was good to be busy with work a lot, and I don't know if I explained on the podcast, but for most of the work I was doing, obviously I was security, and I was at the OC Fair, one of the biggest fairs in the United States. And I worked a very, very popular event, the Alaskan Pig Races. It's where I'm repping the shirt right now. All Alaskan Pig Races, baby. But this fucking event gets more. It's like a goddamn Celine Dion concert. Okay, everybody's there. Everybody's wasted. They all want to fucking start twerking in the bleachers and shit. It's ridiculous, dude. It's I don't know, man. But fuck, I forgot where I was even going with why I brought that up. Oh, like I was busy with that, man. I was busy with that fucking job, man, and my the boys that I was working with, Dash, who's been on this podcast before, and Kev again, who I've mentioned multiple times. They were with me. They were working that job with me, and they left me for a week, like about a quarter of the job, and I had to train people, and I was stressing out, man. I was, not to be all fucking, this is obviously comedy, and we try to keep it like upbeat, but it was not simple, it wasn't. I didn't plan to be left single-handed at an event that drew 8,000 people a day, basically, which was whatever, man. Build character, teaches you how to deal with certain situations, and not everything's gonna be all sweet and dandy, which I know that, but it sucked to be dealt that. But now it's worth it because I got a little bit more financially stable, which is good. Got another random skill set of security and controlling drunk moms off Zinfandel and Xanax, also under my belt, which is sick. And I'm able to get hopefully some material out of it and make some jokes out of the things I witnessed and saw and had to deal with over the past 4 weeks. So, I don't know it was definitely an interesting experience. I don't know if I would do it again. It depends. It really does depend, because for the money, could have been worth a little bit more, I would say. But to divert from that, the job at the fair and whatnot. Like I said, I worked an event called the All Alaskan Racing Pigs, which is basically a few shows or a few races per show of several pigs running in a circle. And it draws, like I said, insane attention. So many people come. The show is for children, man. It's for kids. But so many adults come, whatnot. Anyway, one of the people that runs the show is two young men who I was hoping to have on EMP. I said, well, we're going to have guests, but things just got too busy and we weren't able to make it happen, unfortunately. But, maybe one day they'll make it out here again, or I'll make it out to where they're at. One of them's in Nashville, Tennessee. And, dude, he brought something up to me, because when we're trying to get to know each other and stuff, everybody, we talk about interests and whatnot, and what you're into, what's big, and where you're from. And, a lot of stereotypical things came up, bro. And like I said, he's from the South. And the dude is a super laid back guy, super cool, mellow kid, smart guy, funny guy. And, he said how popular football is. Like, football is huge. Like, he just said Bama. Bama this, Bama that. Everything is Bama football, Bama forever, whatever. And I was like, oh, okay. College football's the shit. And what's it called? Just professional NFL is the shit as well. And recently, I believe college football has returned. And I think NFL's coming soon. I don't really know. I think they come like in the fall, late fall, whatever. Anyway, I'm seeing all these commercials for college football, and literally all of them, all the people are people from the South. It's people that are grilling alligator on rotisserie in the parking lot. They're fucking shotgunning bush lights and wearing cowboy hats and shit with big old beer bellies. And this is a commercial I saw on ESPN several times. White ass blonde chicks with cowboy boots, Daisy Dukes, and like a jersey that's tied to their hip. You know what I'm talking about, tied to the hip, or like in a scrunchie with a cowboy hat on, cheering. And then, somebody dunking like a fried chicken or a chicken into a deep fryer. It's just so fucking Southern. And it I always wondered who the fuck watches college football, man. And it's people from the South. Those several states in the South make up the goddamn huge population that watches college football, man. It's all them. That's all they have, dude. It's wrestling, alligators, and oil, like what's it called, oiling up hogs and wrestling them, tractor pulls, and watching fucking young men hit each other in pads and try to catch this oddly shaped ball. That's it, man. And then also another thing I learned was junkyard cars. You just get a fucking piece of shit clunker and drive it into each other. I don't know, man. Not a lot of stuff going on in the South, and there's a huge movement. It's been going on the past year or whatnot for people to go to move to different states, in the South and the Midwest, and I really feel like there's not that much that's going on there. And the stuff that is going on there, again, not hating on it. This kid that I met was a really cool guy and smart guy, funny kid, but he wanted to get out of there for a reason. Yeah, that's why he ended up over here in Southern California, and he wants to stay away from over there, bro. I don't know. It's just not for me. Definitely some beautiful states in the Midwest and whatnot, but the kind of culture there, roasting an alligator in the parking lot of a FSU game, will not catch me doing that. Will not catch me doing that. Definitely not. Then probably not with any of my friends either. I don't think they would be interested in anything like that too. Maybe having, street tacos out in the parking lot of a Galaxy game, we'll do that. That's more of my thing. But what's it called? We're doing a Bumble Baddies this episode. I'm gonna close out on that, by the way. But before I do, oh man, okay, yeah, like I said, episode 69, by the way, dude. EMP, man, we've done 69. So cheers to that. And I think I've mentioned something like this too, but people that always need to be in a relationship, it's just not a good characteristic or like kind of even view on life if you always need to be having somebody there with you and whatnot. Or I don't even know what that's like, man, if you always need to be in a relationship. But there are a couple people in my life that are like that, and I it's hard to talk them out of it, because you can't talk them out of always needing a girlfriend or whatever, or a boyfriend. And it's obvious, they know most of the time that that's not good. If you have like 4 relationships in a year, all of them lasting around 3 months, math, you know what I'm saying? I mean, probably not good, dude. Maybe it's not good on your end. Maybe it's not good on the girls or guys you're attracting, whatever. But man, the amount of people in their mid to early to mid 20s that are just always bouncing around relationships and always flashing it like it's their life, it scares me, man. It honestly scares me a little bit, dude. Like, again, I've seen it with friends. I've seen it with like very close friends, man, who they're non-stop having to be talking to their girl, or Snapchatting their girl, or even hanging out with their girl every day, sometimes all day. It's like, dude, there's other parts to life than just this one girl that you have right now. And then this other thing, the other scary part is, after that one girl, dude, they just go to another girl, or it's obviously covering up something, man. And that's the hardest part about, like I said, when you bring it up to one of your boys or a girl or whatever, a homie, it's because they're covering up some kind of issue that they have, dude, and they need to be dealing with it with somebody else in their life. That's their form of distraction. Just like how listening to podcasts for me and whatnot is a distraction from my issues and whatnot, and doing stand-up makes me feel good and like I'm worth something. Sometimes people need validation from other people, which, again, no relationship guru right here. Just, I hate when fucking my boys are texting their girl and having to reply to "I miss you" text all fucking day, and they're on their Apple Watch, dealing with shit all day because they can't really stand up for themselves, man. Honestly, that's really what it comes down to. And I'm sorry if you're listening to this and you're in that situation, dude, but you can change, you know what I'm saying? It's all good. Anyway, that'll bring us to the Bumble Baddies segment of the podcast, where I like to review some of the females that I see on Bumble, whether or not I swipe right or left on them. We go over their profiles and what is good, what is bad, what's negative, what's positive, pros, cons, all that, And I haven't done it in a while, and I love doing it. So this is a great one. Like I said, episode 69. So cheers to that on the Bumble Baddies. This first girl's name is Sydney, and she's an attractive white girl. You can't really see her picture, but it's okay. You'll have an idea of what she looks like. So this is what her bio says about me. In Hawaii for 1 week. If you are toxic, controlling, or manipulative, don't bring your energy to me. Next paragraph. I'm successful and looking for someone who I'm able to grow with and build an empire. Not interested in boys with insecurities throwing them at me. And then, of course, has her Instagram, which we're not going to put at all. Or we might have to put it because it's going to be part of it. But whatever, don't follow her. You know, it's the stroking or what this, you know, this about me, this bio, whatever. It's not too long, but it says so much about, you know, Sydney herself. It shows that she hasn't updated this because I'm not in Hawaii. I haven't been in Hawaii. I've never been to Hawaii. So either she's doing this as maybe she's pulling, this may be like one of her things, or she just acts like she's stupid and says she's in a different state every other week just to make sure like make guys think that they have a chance with her, because I don't know, like I said, she's acting stupid. It could be a front, I don't know. But if you're toxic, controlling, or manipulative, don't bring that. I mean, like, who the fuck is like, oh dude, I'm mad toxic, let me go like look for bitches on Bumble. I mean, maybe there are guys like that, but I don't know. And then also, why tell people like off top that you don't want that? Like, who's like, I seek controlling people that like to take advantage of me and my bad side and make me look like a piece of shit? I would feel like that's a given, but maybe you do need to share that, I guess. It says a lot about your self-esteem, Sydney. I don't know. And then to also have to verify this yourself and say that you're successful and looking for someone that you am able to grow with. You know, that's weird, man. And you want to build an empire, not an empire. So what the fuck kind of and empire are you thinking to build, man? Because if you're trying to build like an empire like Fashion Nova or like the Shein or the what's his name, James Charlesy empire, you know, maybe you can do something like that, but you have nothing. I don't know, man. With this, but also not interested in boys with insecurities. So it sounds like you have no insecurities yourself, Sydney. So of course you shouldn't be interested in boys with insecurities. But if you do want to know, of course, you could check out her Instagram, because she's not thirsty for Instagram followers at all. So I definitely didn't swipe right on Sydney, man. She does not seem like a fun time at all. She seems like she has a lot of issues with herself. I'll be honest. Moving on to this next one. This photo is just ridiculous, man. I couldn't tell if it was doctored or not. And you know what I'm talking about, man. You can see what's going on here. Just look at it for a second or so, okay? You know, it's extremely hard to tell what's going on here. You know, obviously it's a graduation photo, but also at the same time, like, what app is being used? Is it an app a surgeon uses? Is it an app that you can download? What kind of app is this? You know what I'm saying? Next, like I said, here we got, I'm not sure if this is the same individual, but Lily's letting us know that she's fully vaccinated, looking for friends first, which of course, get a dating app if you're looking for friends. If you have an issue with that, you know, she looks mean, but she's really nice. And then of course she's going to give her TikTok and her IG, because that's what you need to do. You need to do that on Bumble, a dating app. You need to let people know that you're fully vaccinated. You need to let them know that you are looking for friends. You know, there aren't apps for that. But then at the same time, plug apps that you are made for friends, like TikTok and Instagram. Makes sense, Lily. Makes a lot of sense. And, you know, the thing about her is she has a sweet tooth, and she's an LGBTQ plus LMNOP ally, which I don't really know what that means anymore, man. We've just gone fully overboard with whatever's going on. You know, she could identify as a chocolate bar at this point. It says she's a sweet tooth. I don't know, Lily, but I think that should wrap it up for Bumble Baddies for this episode. Thank you guys for listening and for tuning in. If you listened this far, please feel free to leave a comment, email, a like, share it with somebody, that think may enjoy the episode, whether they think it's funny, they hate it. If you hate it, you like it, I don't know. But I appreciate all support, everything. And like I said, we got a show this Thursday at 10 p.m. at Flappers Comedy in Burbank. So if you can come, please do. If not, whatever. Until next time, take it easy, y'all. Peace.